I want to pause and acknowledge that. I'm pretty steeped in the subject, but you just framed it in a way that I've never heard it before. And I think it's worth reiterating the idea, because I always thought of them as opposites, right? Magnets that attract each other. There's anxious and avoidant, and we're drawn to the avoidant because we had that as a kid. But you go a step deeper than that and say your relationship to yourself is avoidant, right? You
Well,
sublimate your own needs to please other people, which is why you're always anxious because you're not really taking care of yourself. And I thought that's a really useful framing that I've never heard before, and I wanted to call attention to it.
well, thank you. Yeah, and when you look at it, right? If you look at childhood, we have to ask ourselves the question, like, hey, maybe somebody's dating in their 30s and they're like, well, my childhood was, 20 plus years ago. How is my childhood still with me now? In all of these decades later. And the reason is because for us to keep those childhood patterns alive, the only way, because we have something called pruning at the subconscious level of mind, it sort of has to do with neuroplasticity and neurogenesis and how we won't keep neural connections that we're not still using, basically, or
Mm.
finding value in.